This video will introduce and explain the types of economic systems. Basically, there are two main types of economic systems. There's the market economic system and the planned economic system. The key difference between them is how much the government intervenes in the economy, or how much control does the government have over the economy. Now remember, we're not talking about government control over the lawmaking process or over the political process. We are just focusing on government control of the economy. If there's zero government intervention or control in the economy, we say that this is a market economic system. If the government is in full control of the economy, so there's 100% control of the economy by the government, we say that this is a planned economic system. So you can think of it as a sort of volume button from 0% control in the economy to 100% control of the economy. So let's have a look more at the market economic system, where there is 0% government intervention or government control of the economy. Remember, every economic system has to answer the three economic questions: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom. So how are these questions answered in the market economy? Well, first of all, there's private ownership of all of the factors of production. All of the factors of production are privately owned. Through the interaction of demand and supply and price signals in free markets. So the private ownership, interaction of demand and supply, and the prices acting as signals in free markets. This determines resource allocation, or what to produce. Producers are guided by the principles of profit maximization and cost minimization. Producers will try to maximize their profits and minimize their costs, and these principles will determine how to produce. The buyers who are willing and able to purchase the products in those free markets, or the demand by the buyers, will determine for whom, or will solve the distribution problem. What about the opposite end of the spectrum? Let's have a look at the planned economic system. How does the planned economic system answer the questions of what to produce, how, and for whom? Well, basically, it's all down to the government. Basically, all the resources and factors of production are publicly owned. They are owned by the government on behalf of the public. The government objectives or the government goals will determine what to produce. Government directives or decisions, as well as the government laws and regulations, will together determine how to produce, so which production methods will be employed, and for whom. So basically, the government owns all the resources and decides everything. The economy is fully controlled by the government. It sounds like a lot of work for the government, doesn't it? In reality, there is no economy that has a full market economic system or a full planned economic system. In reality, all economic systems are mixed economic systems with varying degrees of government intervention. So all economic systems are mixed one way or the other. They just lie closer on the spectrum to either the market or the planned economic systems. So for example, if you compare USA, United States of America, with North Korea, you'll find that the United States of America is much closer to a market economic system, while North Korea is much, much closer to a command or a planned economic system. If you compare, for example, USA with Denmark, Denmark in Europe, a lot of the European countries, they are still market economies, but they have more government intervention in the economy compared to the United States. If you look at a country like China, which is known for its communist government, and these are words that you might recognize from your previous studies, China is much closer to a command or a planned economic system, but not as far as North Korea. So in reality, all countries have mixed economic systems. They just vary in the degrees of government intervention. So, to sum up, there are two extremes. There's the market economic system and the planned economic system. Sometimes the market economic system is referred to as a free market economy or a laissez-faire economy. The planned economic system is sometimes referred to as a command economic system. So these are terms that might be used in your studies. In reality, all economies are mixed economic systems. They lie somewhere in the middle, but closer to one type more than the other. In the market economic system, there's private ownership, while in the command economic system, there's public ownership. In the private or in the market economic system, demand and supply, as well as price signals, will determine what to produce. Profit maximization and cost minimization will determine how to produce, and the demand by buyers will determine for whom. In the planned or the command economic system, government objectives will determine what to produce. Government directives or decisions will determine how to produce, and government laws and regulations will also determine how to produce and for whom.